You for tuning in to Sundays at the Square. I am your host, Toni Ringgold, and I hope that you're having a wonderful weekend thus far. It has been very, very, very chilly outside, but I'm just hoping that it snows. All my northerners are saying, no, we don't want any snow. That's why we moved to Texas. But you know, I'm a southern girl, and we hardly ever get any snow in this part of Texas, so I hope that we get some sometime soon. But at any rate, we are hoping that you are bundling up and staying warm during this cold season. Also, for those of you all who may be a listener and you may not have a place where you can call home, we do have some warming stations at the Salvation Army located in Temple, Texas. Again, that's the Salvation Army located in Temple, Texas. You know, we are so fortunate during this holiday season. So many of us, we take for granted just the basic things that we have. But the thought of not having shelter during this time of the year is it's a hard thought, because I know me just running from my house to my car, or from work to, you know, to a vehicle or wherever, it's just so cold, and I'm immediately freezing. And so the thought of someone not having a place of shelter and having to brave that cold is it's a very sombering thought. So our thoughts and prayers are with those who don't have shelter during this time, who are in need during this time. You know, it doesn't take a lot to give back. You know, a blanket, something warm to drink, even those little hand warmers that you can get at your local store that, you know, you shake up and then get warm. Those things go a long way for someone who doesn't have a place to stay. And so during this holiday season, we want to keep that in mind, and we want to make sure that we are finding a way to pay it forward in any type of way. So this week, you know, it's just going to be me, guys, and we're going to be talking about what it means to pay it forward. What does it mean to pay it forward? We hear that cliche term a lot, and we always say, okay, pay it forward, make sure you give. But there are so many different ways, and some people may say, well, you know what, I don't have a lot of money, or I don't have a lot of resources to give, but you have a little bit more than somebody else. I guarantee you that. You know, if it's just something as simple as being in a drive-through restaurant and paying the person's meal that's ahead of you, you know, or letting someone else go in front of you in line, or helping someone carry their groceries, you know, or assisting that single mother who has a baby in one arm and a toddler on her hip, and she's trying to maneuver through the store and just needs a little extra hand. There are so many things that we can do to bring a smile on each other's face during this holiday season. And what's so important to understand is that there are a lot of people that are hurting during the holiday season. There are a lot of people who have lost family members, who've lost jobs, relationships, who are very, very alone during this holiday season. As a matter of fact, during the holiday season, the suicide rate goes up. It peaks during this time. And, you know, it's a time where it's not all about Santa and reindeer and fun. And sometimes it's just hard for someone to wake up because they could have lost someone, or they just realize how alone they are during this period of time. It just kind of brings it all out. But what I would like to do is I want to let any one of our listeners know, if you're going through any type of depression, if you're feeling at any point that you're having suicidal thoughts, if you feel like, you know, you're hopeless and you just need someone to talk to, first of all, I want you to know that there are people that care. I care. And that I'm praying for you, and that I'm hoping that that it gets a little bit better. And then I also would ask that you please call someone. There's the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. The telephone number is 1-800-273-8255. Again, that number is 1-800-273-8255. If you don't want to talk to someone and it even is just difficult to talk, they even have online chat available where you can literally chat and text with someone to tell someone how you're feeling. They're available 24 hours a day. There's nothing wrong with reaching out for help. There's nothing bad. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less of a person to reach out for help when you need it, because we all need a helping hand sometime. I can tell you, I've been places where I felt very, very low, and I just needed a helping hand. I just needed someone to give me a hug. You know what I mean? Someone to just be a friend. And I definitely want to let all of our listeners know that here at Town Square Media, here at B106, and myself personally, we care. And we want to see you. We want to see you grow. We want to see you survive. We want to see you smile. And we do not take for granted anything that you have gone through. And so, you know, this is a more serious show today, but it's so important for us to talk about all of these things, because these are things that get swept under the rug. Mental health are things that get swept under the rug. People don't like talking about that. It's almost as if it's taboo, but it's so important for us to be there for each other. And it's so important for anyone to know that if you're going through anything, you have an opportunity and you have a chance. You do not have to go through this alone. You do not have to go through the pain alone. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need a little help. And and sometimes pain overwhelms us, and we need resources to help us cope with the things that we're going through. And so I just wanted to put that out there. If you're looking for something a little closer to home, where you can get even more resources that are closer to you, you can contact the Central County Services. That number is toll free. It's 800-888-4036. Again, that's 800-888-4036. They are available as well 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They help with mental health. They also help with substance abuse issues, and also developmental disabilities. When you call, the person answering the phone may also refer you to resources in the community that can best fit your needs. And so understand that there are centers, there are people that are trained and that are here, and it is their life's work to help you go through whatever it is that you need to go through in a safe and comfortable and loving environment, so that you can grow and become, get out of the rut that you're in. And it's okay to be in a rut, because we all get in them sometimes, and some of us just need a little extra help getting out of it, and that's fine. With that being said, I'm super excited about today, because I get to talk to you guys about something that I've been working on personally. It is called the Gift of Giving Celebration, and it's going to be at the Harker Heights Event Center this Sunday. Actually, today, if you're listening this morning, it's going to be happening this afternoon, and it's going to be at the Harker Heights Event Center, also known as the East Center, at 710 Edwards Drive in Harker Heights, Texas. Now, what is the Gift of Giving Celebration? The Gift of Giving Celebration is a program that is designed to help bring the community together in a real way. What are we going to be doing at the Gift of Giving Celebration? I'm glad you asked. Well, as we know, there are a number of different wonderful organizations throughout the community that have opportunities for you to sign up for gifts for your kiddos. Some of those organizations have very strict ramifications and qualifications that you have to go through in order to be able to receive your gifts or receive assistance during the holiday season. Now, let's talk about what it looks like to be in need. Oftentimes, when we look in our mind or we imagine someone being in need, we imagine someone who has little, they have tattered clothing. They may not have a coat. They may not have a car, or they're living in these horrible living conditions. And those things are very true. And we do have many people that suffer in America, in the greatest country in the world, and have to live through those horrible living conditions. We think of people who are living in shelters, people who may be homeless. We think of people who are truly down on their luck, and it's visible. But the truth of the matter is that although those people do exist, there are a lot of other people who get lost in the cracks because they look like they have it all together. They might be driving a nice vehicle. They may live in a decent home. They may dress nicely, but those people may be someone who have just lost their job. Or someone who, there can be a child that comes from a two-parent household. Doesn't necessarily have to be a single parent. They can come from a two-parent household, have everything that you can possibly think that they should have, and be completely broke. Have nothing under the Christmas tree, because what they pay for and what they take care of is just enough for them to make their ends meet. There's a little saying where it says you don't want to be house poor. Well, you have a beautiful home, but you can hardly do anything other than that, than just taking care of your monthly bills. What about those kids? What about the kid who, they may have one point, their parents may have had, money, and they may have had all of those things that they liked, and something happened and life happened and the rug got pulled from up under them. What about that single mother who is working and may not qualify for those particular services, but had some money set aside for Christmas, and her car broke down? She had to pay that $500 deductible, and now she doesn't have anything to get her children for Christmas. Those people matter too. And so with the Gift of Giving celebration at the Harker Heights Event Center, we decided that we wanted to come together to help those people as well. We wanted to come together in a real way for those who need and who may not look like it. And even those who do look like it. Anybody that needs anything, we wanted to make it available to them. So what are we doing? At the Gift of Giving celebration, what we're doing is it's going to be so much fun. First of all, I have to give a shout out to Tap Tap Art School, whom I'm partnered with at Premier Music Academy. They are going to be providing wonderful arts and crafts for the kiddos at the event. We're going to have free food, and not just any food, but a wonderful, delicious holiday meal. It's going to be completely free. We're going to have Santa Claus there. My good friend Jerry Giuliano, who's an amazing actor, out of Kempner. He's coming all the way down here to Harker Heights to be Santa for the kids, so you can get free photos with Santa Claus. And on top of that, we are going to have entertainment by my very own academy, Premier Music Academy. These kids have worked so hard and have prepared for their musical debut. They're all going to be singing Christmas songs and Christmas carols and solos and all of this. It's going to be amazing. And the only price of admission is just a wrapped or unwrapped gift for a girl or a boy. And so the age range starts all the way from babies all the way up to 18 years old. And all you have to do is bring a wrapped or unwrapped gift. Hey, if you're not able to wrap the gift, that's okay, because all you have to do is bring it. And we even have a gift wrapping station here so that you will be able to just drop your gift off. We'll wrap it and we'll make sure that it gets to someone in need. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be back. And we're going to talk more about the Gift of Giving celebration and more about paying it forward in this holiday season. We'll be right back with Sundays at the Square.